Good morning, friends. It is such a pleasure to be back with you at the Academy, although we are distancing. I'm sure you are happy to see your friends again, your teachers, Miss Barry, and all the people that surrounds you with love. Genevieve and I, we are here in St. Cloud, but we want to bring to you our meditation on the readings that you have heard from Deacon Sharon and Miss Kathleen. Normally in the church, we acknowledge the psalm as prayers or a response to a reading. Today we have before us Psalm 26 and a reading from the Gospel. In the psalm written by David, he said, "Give judgment for me, O Lord, for I have lived with integrity. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered." Interesting. David is going before God, and David is saying to God, I have lived with integrity. What does he mean by that? Because if we follow David, if we even look at the psalm that came before this Psalm 26, we see that David is crying out to God for mercy, for help, for forgiveness. He's asking God not to charge him with his youthful indiscretions, meaning that David acknowledged that he had done some wrong things. But no, he's coming to God and he's saying to God, I have lived with integrity. What does integrity mean? It means adherence to the moral and ethical laws. He has lived an ethical life. He has lived a flawless life, but not so fast, because David had done some things that displeased God. But like you and me, when we do things that displease God, we have to go back to God and seek forgiveness. But David had a foundation in his heart to let him know when he was going wrong and when he was not going wrong. We call it a moral compass. His moral compass told him when he went wrong. His moral compass told him, you are out of line. His moral compass said, you have gone too far left. You need to come back to center. You need to come back to the God that you know, because you're the man that said way back in the beginning of the book of Psalm, blessed is the man who walked in integrity. Some Bible says, happy are the man. Happy are they who have not walked in the counsel of the wicked, nor lingered in the way of sinners, nor sat in the seat of the scornful. David is opining here on where true happiness comes from. He knows that if we walk outside of those boundaries of integrity, we won't be happy. But when we walk within those bounds, when we stand firm for what we know, when we stand firm for what we believe, we become happy. And we can go to God and we can say to him, I have walked with integrity. Now, when we come down to the academy and when we speak, when Miss Edwards or Miss Sharon or Deacon Sharon get before you, they have one thing in mind, one thing they're focusing on, that you would be children, that would be groomed, that would walk, would understand what it means to walk in integrity, how to walk this moral law, how to keep this compass from sending you, from you going left or you going right, but stay the course and continue to walk before God. Because the language that David is using, this king that God anointed, this king that had a whole kingdom to manage and orchestrate, he wanted to be able to go before God. And so is it with you and us. We, all of us whom I mentioned before, we want to know that you can use the same language that David is using when he said, "Give judgment for me, O God, for I have lived with integrity." One of the joys of you being at the academy is that you, like other students in the county, will get a good education, because a teacher does not start to teach because he or she wants a job. A teacher sees what they do as a vocation, something that they decide to dedicate their lives to, dedicate their lives to teaching you, dedicate their lives to making you the person that God would have you be in his economy. And so, as we speak about integrity, that is on their minds every day, regardless of what subject they're teaching. But you here at the academy, you have an advantage because you have Deacon Sharon and you have Miss Edwards, and their job is to teach you theology. Theology, the things about God, the things that will keep you walking in the line of integrity. We all have to have something that guides us, something that shapes us, and some people around us that truly love us to keep us on that course. So as we reflect on David, we don't look back at who he was. We look at who he is and see what God has done with him over the years. We see what God is going to do with you if you stay the course and be guided by the things you hear in school, the things your parents tell you, the things you read in the Bible. If you be guided by those things, one day you too will be able to sit maybe with your family, maybe with your children, maybe with your friends, and discuss this word, integrity. Discuss it with them, because if you have lived it, it is easy to talk about it. And sometimes you don't even have to talk about it. They will see you, the way you live, the way how you conduct your life, the way how you raise your children, the way how you adhere to the teachings of your teachers. They would see that you are a person of integrity. So my prayer for all of you, with all the love that you know we have for you, we pray that God will continue to lead you, continue to guide you, continue to expand your mind. And even as you come back to school and you become adaptable to the new moves and the new orchestrations that will keep you safe, that you will live and understand and walk the line of integrity, understanding that this pandemic will not last forever. This too will pass. But as this pandemic come into our history and go out of our history, who's going to remain? You. You standing fast with love, peace, and walking the road of integrity. So my prayer for you this morning is that you will continue to listen, continue to learn, continue to absorb all that your teachers will tell you and all the goodness that surrounds you, and pay attention. God bless you. Have a great day.